Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Monday. Oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. This is a very, very interesting reading. I mean, up until the end when I pulled even the last cards, I was just floored. It's interesting what's happening. There's been a switch in the energy in that our feminine is taken on the masculine energy and our masculine has taken on the feminine energy. And here's what I'm going to show you. I asked after all of this because man, I thought there was some third party situation happening, and I pushed and pushed and pushed because you guys know, like, if that's happening, I need to know and you guys need to know. And so it came up in our Divine Feminine's heart space, that Seven of Swords energy. And when I clarified it, I got the Queen of Swords. I said, oh gosh, she brought the Queen of Swords out. And then when I clarified with the Queen of Swords, I got Three of Cups, and I was like, ooh, that's definitely third party. And then when I said, okay, what's the situation with this Three of Swords? I'm sorry, Three of Cups, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. It's like she's like, that's it, I'm out, right, in her heart. And so when it came down to our masculine, I didn't get anything like that. I got pain, I got heartache, he feels like the connection is over, he's, walking away. It's very interesting. I will say that, if there is something happening, as if you're the feminine that has always kind of connected with the feminine energies, if you are sniffing something out that you think that there might be a third party, I don't see it as significant. I don't see it as anything like, oh, he's gonna like marry her or anything like that. I really feel like this, if there is a third party, and I don't see it, again, guys, it is for ego. But what she has done, what our feminine has done, is our feminine has put up a mirror to him. And she's not the Queen of Swords in the shadow. She did it very wisely and very softly. But this act and the way that she did it as the Empress, as the Queen, but she did it in a King of Cups type of way, okay? It's all going to make sense once I start getting into the reading. Let's go ahead and start with if you want to book your own personal reading, go to queenoflight1111.com. I also want to tell you guys, I got some awesome new decks. I have the Chakra Wisdom Tarot that I'm using as clarifiers for our connective energy. I love them. They actually just hit the market on Amazon, I think in May. So they're pretty new to the market, and I love, 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 love them. The other tarot cards that I got was I know everybody's been using this, and this is like, I've been doing this for a while. I'm surprised I don't have these, but it was the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. I love these cards. And then I have this Energy Oracle cards by who is it by? Sandra Ann Taylor. I love these. And so what I did with these cards was I asked for where are they as overall themes for energy in their head, heart, and 3D space. And then I drilled down with the tarot, okay? And I'm also using the Blessed Bead today for their blessings, and the Tarot of Dreams for the clarifiers for the blessings. You've always seen me use those. And then, these are all available on my, if you look at the description box, it's all available on my storefront on Amazon, and you can purchase them there, okay? And so again, all my favorite things, like all the favorite things I like to use, are all on my Amazon storefront. So if you guys want to buy this new deck, it's amazing, get it. It's on my Amazon storefront. Okay, let's start with the blessings, guys. Let's start with the blessings. All right, look, he's not good. He's not doing well. His first blessing is a blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. And so his clarifier for that is the Ten of Wands. He is feeling very, perhaps maybe rejected. He's feeling a little lonely, and it's a burden. It's a huge burden. So when this blessing comes out, okay, because I've not received this blessing ever for this connection or for any of them. So when this card comes out, the blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship, this is about when we find ourselves without any touchstone. So he must be feeling very alone. So without any touchstone of humanity, any friends, any companions. This is a period of loneliness, a period of solitude, and it's taking place for many reasons. It's because his divine feminine has walked away for a period of time. And this is about, living his life. It's about, he's closed himself off. He is, isolated himself, and he doesn't want to be a burden to others. So he's just really gone into hermit's energy. He's got the hermit for himself 1-2 times in his heart space. He's closed himself off because his feminine has walked away. Okay. And, so this anxiety, this shyness, this not wanting to be a burden is actually a bigger burden. He's not sharing his pain, his sadness, not with her. He wants to speak his truth to her, but he's not speaking to anybody. And so he's feeling very, very alone. And he just doesn't feel like he has anyone to share his feelings with at this time. Okay. The blessing for our feminine, she's feeling pretty strong and in her power. She, again, got this blessing on a home, right? When the blessing on a home comes up, that's all about fertility, creativity, the home being blessed. This is about creating a home with her masculine. And this is about Six of Wands. She's going to be victorious. She knows this. She's a champ at separation. She is a champ at walking away because she knows. She's got the courage in her conviction that she knows at the end of the day, she is one within herself. Her home is within her. And she is very, very grounded in that. And therefore, she is feeling very victorious. Okay. What is the blessing for the connection? The blessing for the connection, the first card out is, again, we got blessing for the mother. So this is, again, about this womb, around this Empress energy, that it's healing. Things are being tempered out. Things are being balanced in this connection. This blessing is for their connection. And if there is this creation, this fertility, this mother energy, what the universe is saying, it is being healed. It's being healed at this time. It is being balanced out at this time. This I found really interesting. We had 2 air cards. The swords cards are air cards, air signs, all about thoughts. And the blessing on their connection is a blessing of the air, okay? The blessing of the air. So when you get this card, it's a number 2 card. It's about, number 2 is a card of, partnerships, of collaboration. And so this air is all about free flowing movement of inspiration. Okay. It's about fresh ideas, memories, clear thoughts. So this is about clarity through brutal honesty. Okay. Blunt honesty. This is not social media crap. None of this stuff. This blessing of the air is clarity through people speaking their truth and being brutally honest about what it is that they want and what it is that they don't want. Okay. So let's start with, how is the masculine representing himself today? I was shocked because I was clarifying the heck out of this queen that came up because it didn't come up for the feminine, and I almost fell off my chair because the Queen of Cups came out in his heart and we did not get the Queen of Cups anywhere for our feminine. I was like, well, here you go. She snipped out third party. Here we go. Queen of Cups. There's a third party. So when I said, hey, universe, how is the masculine representing himself today? He is the Queen of Cups. So I like this for him though, right? So I like this for him. As part of coming into your full power, feminines, if you're watching this, you had to take on the masculine energy. You had to get strong. You had to make decisions, to pull back, to do things, to lead the way for your masculine, right? You were the guiding light. So it makes sense that our masculine on his journey, he's on the journey, okay? That as part of his journey, that he would embrace some of the feminine energies as well. So today our masculine is saying, I'm in my emotions. I'm feeling compassionate and feeling loving, but he's also in his feelings in the shadow, in that, he's maybe overly emotional, feeling overly left out, feeling overly abandoned. And so he's very much in a very watery state at this time. I said, okay, how is the feminine representing herself? 4 of Cups. She's like, I see the blessing. I see it. I see it, but I also see the Three of Cups that, we've had issues with in the past. But she's looking the cup dead in the eye. She's like, I know the blessing is there. I know the goal is there. I know the target is there, but it is not ready for me to extend my hand to it at this time. So she's standing in her power. She is her bottom of the deck for her clarifiers. She's the King of Cups. She's the King of Cups. She's a lot of things in this reading. But she has become the masculine to his feminine energy. And she spoke her truth in a logical way, in a wise way, but in a way of being sensitive, but not overly emotional. And she spoke her truth to her masculine. And so then he embodies the Queen of Cups because she embodied the King of Cups. But the way she's representing herself is, I see you, I see the blessing, but it's not ready for the taking at this time. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started with the headspace, okay? So in our masculine's headspace, Four of Cups matches her Four of Cups, okay? This is discontent. This is boredom. I said, what is this about? Hostilities. He's feeling like the connection is a little, maybe perhaps hostile, but it's not, see? Because she didn't come out Queen of Swords. He's just trying to deal with all this energy. And so this discontent and this boredom that he is feeling as part of this energy, okay, of what's happening in their connection today, is all about the stagnation, this like feeling of restlessness and impatience. This is not moving fast enough, and I feel her moving away from me. And so he's feeling emotionally and energetically drained. He's really wanting to change, okay? It's like he feels things closing up in his life, but he's not able to knock soon enough on the door for his feminine because he's just not balanced out this hostile energy. And when the hostile energy comes up, this is the number 26 card. This is all about cycles. This is the number 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. So this is about cycles, and this is about being defensive. This is about aggressive energy. This is about, situations that are revealed, where hostilities towards him, they're engaging in conversations perhaps that, he feels defensive. She spoke her truth like the king, and he's feeling like a queen. So right away, he's feeling that it's off balance, okay? And so this is like verbal, emotional. This is really, sometimes about energies where, he's been living with this old energy that he's been in, like this, feeding his ego through third parties or whatever. He's been in this energy for a long time, and now it's hostile. He needs to get over this energy, okay? So what he's doing in his headspace is he's feeling discomfort, okay? Remember, he's feeling lonely. He's feeling like he doesn't have anyone. He's feeling burdened. He's in his emotions, okay? I love it. It's good. And he's like, this is going to change. And my Queen of Swords, my King of Cups, because remember, he's the queen, brought stuff out in me, pointed stuff out in me. And he's feeling like he's looking at himself now, okay? So now to clarify this, when we clarified this, to drill down deeper into that energy, first card out was the Merlin. This is the Hermit. He got the Hermit 2 more times in his heart space, okay? 2 more times. She has made him look at himself. So he is illuminating his path. He is looking at himself. The Hermit card is about self-discovery, okay? He's looking at himself. He's looking at what he's done, what he needs to do, okay? And he's trying to balance out the light and the dark within him, his head and in his heart space. And he's doing it, guys. He's doing it. He's got the Hermit in his head. He's got the Hermit 2 times in his heart, okay? So he's looking at himself, trying to balance things out so that he can move forward into true balance, into the someone who is just, into someone who does right by people, and then takes action. King of Wands, okay? I love, love, love that. Things are moving okay in this retrograde. We had some energies that were not so great last week, but things went down this weekend where he is forced to look at himself. And when you look at this, this is the first card out. What is this Hermit looking at? Looking at the hostility, looking at this past behavior of, what was not fulfilling to him in the past, okay? That 3 of Cups energy that was not fulfilling. That Merlin card is shining the light through this hostility to his behavior. Okay, do you see that? That light is pointing towards these two cards. And that was the first card that came out to shine the light. And then what he does is he starts moving forward. He starts moving out of that energy. And then our action taker faces these two cards, which is I'm balanced, I'm going to do right, and I'm balancing my head and heart to take action. So very high vibrational cards for our masculine. I like it for him. So in her headspace, okay, when she thinks about her masculine, where is she in her headspace? Mental conflict and appreciation. I was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting. How can you have appreciation for being in mental conflict? So when that mental conflict card, it's another Two of Swords, right? So when the mental conflict card comes out, it's all about, this inability to move forward. She doesn't feel like she can move forward. She's not taking the cup, so she's definitely not moving forward. Okay? It's inability to move forward. There's a little bit of, indecisiveness. There's a little bit of an energy of not taking action. She's spoken her truth. She's not going to take action. That is his job as the King of Wands to take action, okay? And so this is really about, it's not an easy decision that she's making, but she's remembering that she has strength. She's remembering that she has courage, and she's remembering that she has the power to take control over her destiny and what it is that she wants. And when she finally decides to act, to make choices, then that's going to be the mental relief for her. So this appreciation card is all about her having this appreciation for her strength, okay? She's got appreciation for her strength. She's got appreciation for her journey. And this is a number 15 card, which is a number 6, okay? Which is she's just looking for harmony in her life. She wants out of that conflict. So this is about letting go of letting go of that desperate kind of energy, right? It's about choosing gratitude, a gratitude for the journey. This is about looking around you and looking at the thorns that are around you and then the roses and appreciating the pain and appreciating the love and the joy. And so she's got a very balanced energy. Number 2 card is about balancing, okay? So she knows that this journey at this point, at this juncture, at this time is not her ideal place to be. She saw union. But now she's kind of like, yeah, I can't take the cup right now. It's not ready. You're not ready. We're not balanced out. You're the queen when you should be the king. And he's going to get there, okay? So when we drill down into this energy, what do we get? 4 of Pentacles. So she's guarded, right? She's not making any moves at this time. She's holding her action. She's not moving in her action. She's not, going to make any steps further. As far as heart space and head space as related to him. She knows that she needs to love him from afar. She knows that she needs to, oh my God, I was totally looking at this and like the background kind of looks like Hotel Del. I'm like, that's kind of interesting. I mean, it doesn't have the steeple, that whole point, but I've never seen that before. But yeah, she's a little guarded. Hotel Del is in Coronado in Southern California. I don't know why that looks so weird. But anyway, so this is like she's not moving. She's not moving forward at this time, and she's going to stay in her independence, 9 of Pentacles energy. She's confident. She's strong. She's got this, okay? And she knows it. She's positive. That's why she got that victory card with her blessing, is that she knows this. She is the Empress. She's victoriously the Empress. She knows that, okay? And so that's why she has this Sun card. Things have been illuminated. She's feeling positive, but she's guarded, okay? And her last card out, again, is 6 of Wands. In her headspace, even through the conflict, because she's in the state of gratitude for this journey, she knows things are not ripe for the picking at this time, but she knows that it's not lost. She knows they will be victorious. She knows it. All right, here's where we get into the doozy of the masculine. First card out. This is like the 3 of Swords energy. This is heartache and loss. He is feeling what, and then the question was, where is our masculine and his heart space as related to his feminine? When he feels for his feminine in his heart space, he's in heartache and loss. And so when we get this card in this deck about heartache and loss, it's really about this. It's very much a 3 of Swords energy, okay? And so this is about disappointment, Okay, obviously. It's about sorrow. It's about separation. Why? Because I'll tell you, this feminine has walked away from him in a very honorable way. And this is about, it's upheaval in his life. It's distress. And it's taking him all the strength that he has right now to move through, forward from this pain and try to heal, his heart. And the love, right now, it's just like he's very much dealing with loss of his feminine right now. Okay, it's not over. She didn't cut him off, but he's feeling like, from her words, because they were so high vibe this time, because I think he could deal with the feminine that's like, you know what, I'm Queen of Swords, cut you, done. But this feminine did it in a way that he actually got the message this time, and he's feeling this pain. And this is a catalyst for him, encouraging him to move on. Okay, move on from this experience, learn from this experience. Don't dwell on everything, and have faith knowing that you're going to get through this. I said, okay, clarify this card for me. Where did it go? Contract. I was like, what is he sad about? Contract. This is justice. Justice is here in his headspace. So when this card comes up in this, energy deck, this card of the contract, okay, and this is all about partnerships. He's heartbroken over this partnership. And this is really about, this commitment, this connection that he's just disappointed over losing. Okay, this is like a union, a connection that he thought he was going to have. He also thought they were on the road to union, but he decided she sniffed out some shady stuff. And while it was nothing substantial, it was still something substantial to her. So therefore she's like, I'm out. I sniffed this out. I'm out. I'm Empress. Okay. And so this contract, in the way that he's looking at it, is that it's over and that he is pain over it. Okay. And so this is, a major disappointment for him. I'm sorry for him, but it's just like, we all needed pain, right? We all need a little bit of this pain to learn our lessons, because from pain comes victory. Look at our feminine, 6 of Wands all over the place. She's victorious because she's gone through the pain, she's gone through the journey, and he's feeling this. And this is absolutely in the right spot for our masculine. That's what I'm telling you. He's aligned. He's going to get this. He's going to get it. And where he's in his headspace, where he's got the discontent, where he's got the boredom, where, he's feeling this Merlin, this Hermit's energy, and this Chariot and Justice. 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards in his headspace. He's going through a major, major change in his headspace. Then in his heart, he's got many, many cards talking about, again, him discovering himself. And so he's very aligned. This heartache should be in his heart, okay? He is sad that he's lost his feminine. Okay, so now when we drill down, and I had to drill down. You guys know me, had to do it. I got to do this in pieces. So first card out for him, I said, okay, what is this 3 of Swords? Heartache, loss over this union. What is it about? 7 of Cups. This is like, he's got choices. He's procrastinating. This is like, because they aren't together, they're not in union. So he's single and free to do whatever he wants, okay? But she's like, I don't care if you're single and free. I will not be juggled. I am the queen, okay? So this is like, what was he doing? He was procrastinating. He was delaying movement forward because he was confused, okay? And I said, clarify this confusion. He was just stuck in his ego, stuck in all these choices and all this attention he may have been getting from other people. Again, it's not showing up as a third party, but I know it when she sniffs it. There's something there that she saw, but it was ego. It's not love. It's not anything like that. He's not dating anybody like that or connecting with anyone like that. He's stuck in his ego. All of this is feeding this confusion, this like procrastination from him moving forward. So then what happens? This is where I got all kinds of decks out because I was like, I need to know what the hell's happening. So I'm going to give you the first phase of it, and then I'll give you part 2, part 3. By the way, I had not gotten this card yet, so I didn't know at this point that he was the Queen of Cups. So I said, okay, so what is this confusion? What's stuck? We got 7 of Cups and we got the Queen of Cups. And I said, oof, Queen of Cups. I don't have her on the table. Who's the Queen of Cups? What's the Queen of Cups energy? Page of Pentacles, offers. What about the offer? Holding on. Four of Pentacles, not giving any offers. What about it? Three of Pentacles, working as a team. And I was like, God, I don't know, man. Spirit's not telling me if it's third party or not third party. So I said, all right, let me keep moving on. So I said, okay, confused, stuck in his emotions, feeding his ego. There's this Queen of Cups energy. Again, it's not going anywhere because offers are not being made, okay? Because lessons are being learned. And then there's some communication that wants to come out. I said, what about the communication? The truth. He wants to speak his truth. He wants to speak about his clarity, okay? But Eight of Cups. He wants to get on the journey and he wants to be happy. And I said, what is this Eight of Cups about? What is he moving towards? The Hermit. He's moving towards loving himself first, which is absolutely what he needs to do. So he's getting on the journey to figure out why he is allowing himself to be fed, okay? I'm going to give you bottoms of the deck after. So I said, okay, I'm not really, well, no, I'm going to go into the Queen, I'm going to go into the Divine Feminines, and then I'm going to tell you how I clarify the Queen of Cups further. By the way, it is the masculine, but it has everything to do with the feminine making him the feminine, if that makes sense. So I'm going to clarify that here in a second. Well, no, let me just do it now. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys, not to be all over the place. It's just I don't want to go back and forth, and then I'll tie it up here when we get to the feminine. I said, all right, fine. Queen of Cups, not making any offers, learning lessons. All right, to me, you know, just because it comes up as a queen doesn't mean it's always a female, but that's the way I take it because the way her cards came out. So I said, okay, what's the Queen of Cups energy, Spirit? Queen of Swords. This is exactly our feminine, okay? I said, okay. I didn't feel like that was it. I was like, listen, is that my energy? Like, what is that? So I pulled out another deck and I said, come on, tell me, what is this Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords about? Okay, so then, Fool. This is like this new beginning. Wheel of Fortune, karmic lesson taught by the Queen of Swords for him to move forward into his journey. Do you see how this happened? So, and it's going to make more sense when I get into feminine's energy. She used her intellect, not in a cutting way, in a King of Cups way, to show him who he is and how he has behaved. And now 1, 2, 3 hermits in his side. Isolation. He's isolated himself. Remember, he's got the blessing of to ease his loneliness in this isolation period, which is this end of the cycle for him. He's going to learn the lesson and he's going to come forward. Okay, he is. But this was her lesson to teach him. So now what's happening in our feminine's heart space? Solar plexus chakra clarified by the man holding a coin. Okay, so what does that mean? Solar plexus chakra, that's all about action, okay? When you get the solar plexus chakra, this is all about I can, like I can do it. It's fire energy. And it's all about where your emotions and your feelings are stored. And it's all about, you know, what you need to do. And I said, well, clarify what this action is. A man holding a coin. Him. Okay, so what about him? What about him? That's why she's like, she took her action as the masculine, okay, to help make him further into the masculine, okay, to get into his heart space as the Queen of Coins. So when this comes up, this is about, you know, a connection with a male, okay. This is all about someone getting a hold of their goals, okay, getting a hold of their money, their self-esteem, taking control of their actions. This is about, you know, knowing when to take the next step, right? And this is someone who's got a high self-esteem, someone who is, and I'm telling you, I really feel like this is her because she came out as the queen. So now it makes even more sense. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and that he's identifying himself as the Queen of Cups. She took action, right, to help him with his self-esteem. Because why do people feed ego in this devil's energy? Why? Because they're feeling less than, okay? So what is happening in her heart space? I'll tell you, this is what's going down. Okay, this is what's happening in her heart space. So now this is all going to tie together in this whole row. So first card out, Emperor. She knows that he is the divine masculine and can be, okay? But she had to take action. She had to take control of the situation for this new beginning that she wants, okay? But 7 of Swords came out. This new beginning reeks of a little bit of deceit, mismanipulation, and some withholding of information, okay? Granted, there isn't another person to report about, but she is the wiser Queen of Swords. Who's the Queen of Swords? Right here. The Queen of Swords turns the masculine into the Queen of Cups, okay? Not that she emasculated him, but she got him to look at his heart space, okay? And so the 7 of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords, she's the wiser. She figures it out. What she figured out? 3 of Cups. That there's some potential casual behavior going on. So I said, what about that? 5 of Swords. She's like, yep, nope, calling this done. Done. I said, okay, then what's the card after the 7 of Swords? Knight of Swords. She spoke her truth. Okay? So in her speaking her truth, and now I have to tell you what the bottom of the decks are. For her, her head, heart, and 3D space, 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, third party, sadness, betrayal. And by the way, underneath that is the Queen of Cups. Love it when that happens. Okay, King of Cups. Oh, by the way, and underneath it is Temperance. But I don't want to be messing around with all this because I got so many cards. But she's identifying herself and what she did as this Queen of Swords. She did it as the King of Cups. Someone who is not overly emotional, but is very sensitive. But she spoke as the Queen of Swords, but embodied the King of Cups. And what did that do? That made him get into the Queen of Cups energy to figure out his emotions. Okay? She saw something. Maybe she sniffed something out. Maybe she's just intuitive and she knew something felt off. And so what she said was the first stench of that behavior, she's like, I love you, always loved you, but I'm honoring myself and I'm not going to take part in any type of behavior that does not honor me and who I am now. And so she spoke her truth, not emotionally, but wisely as the Queen of Swords, but embodying the King of Cups. And therefore, he turns into the Queen of Cups, this masculine. In his headspace, he wants to take action as the King of Wands, but in his heart, he's that Queen of Cups energy that Queen of Swords brought out in him. I hope that makes sense for you guys. So now, what is happening in the environment? Oh, so since I just told you what the head, heart, and 3D space is for her, again, 3 of Swords, she snipped something out. She acted as the King of Cups, but embodied the Queen of Swords energy. For our masculine, oh man, where is it? He has embodied the 5 of Wands. He is in a lot of internal and external conflict at this time. Ace of Cups is his clarifiers. He is learning to love himself where he doesn't need this BS ego boost, okay? So Ace of Cups, he's in that conflict. He's looking at himself. Why am I engaging in this kind of low vibe behavior? Why? My queen just showed me how I'm acting, okay? The bottom of the deck for these additional clarifiers is that 7 of Swords. So what is he looking at? Look at this, the way that it comes out. The light is being shown on this behavior and he's looking back at himself. And he's changing himself through this Queen of Cups energy that our Queen of Swords brought out as the King of Cups. Boy, I hope you guys can tie that all together. Okay, so in his environment, what is happening in his environment as related to the feminine? She was the masculine, but she's the feminine. Throat chakra. This is like, he's like, I want to speak about my feelings. I want to speak my truth. Okay? This is new for him. So throat chakra comes out. This is about I speak. So when this comes out, this is about the throat area. This is about communication. This is also about intuition, your inner hearing. Excuse me, but this is also about, getting in to your emotions to speak them. What is the clarifier for this? Third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. And I don't know if you guys know who Shamuel is. I'm just starting to get all of these because I just got this book too. I'm sorry, I just got these tarot cards too. So Archangel Shamuel is about desires. He's about life force energies. This is like sacral chakra, right? Remember, she got sacral chakra. And so this is like the solar plexus. Again, they're mirroring. These are twins. Let me tell you, these are twins. I don't tell anybody in a personal reading. I never have. I never will. But in this collective, if you're resonating with exactly what I'm saying today, these are absolutely on the twin flame journey. She's like, I needed to take action, and now in his environment, he wants to take action. And so when this comes up, this life force energy, excuse me, oh my God, I'm choking while I'm on the throat chakra clarification. So he wants to take action through communication, okay? So when this card comes up, this is all about, excuse me, it's all about this kind of centering, okay? This is about centering that life force. These issues here revolve around emotions of desire and personal energy. It's about being enthusiastic. It's about, doing things with a purpose, okay? And not being stuck. And remember, he's in his emotions. And now he wants to take action, King of Wands, and speak them, okay? Speak them because he's looking at himself. So what is happening in his environment as related to his feminine? He's gaining the strength to get out of his pride, to get out of his ego, to speak his truth, okay? He is feeling a little guarded. He is feeling a little defensive because he's not used to this energy. And so he's evaluating Seven of Pentacles at this time. And through his evaluation, he's got this Lover's card. And this is about this divine connection. It's not about choices because we don't have a third party. I said, what about this divine connection? Ten of Swords. It's over. He feels like it's over. And that's why he wants to speak his truth. Okay? Yeah, it's okay because, boy, we've been here before. So now, what about our feminine? What is happening in her environment? Well, she's got harmony. She's got a harmony. This is like the Lovers card in this deck, okay? So he just got Lovers, and now she got Lovers, clarified by Victory. Very opposite energies, okay? Because he's just like doom and gloom. He's in doom and gloom right now. She's like, I know it's all going to be okay. I know it's all going to be okay. So when, excuse me, when this card comes up of harmony, this is about a deep spiritual connection, a deep spiritual union, okay? And this is about, partnerships, obviously. This is all about harmony, and this is about making choices in your connection, even in the most difficult of situations, okay? And what does she need to know about this Lover's card? That it will be victorious, okay? It's going to be victorious. So in the energy deck, when this card comes out, excuse me, it's all about success and achievement. I mean, I really don't need to read the book to tell you what the hell victory means. This is about success. This is about victory. Do you see the yellow in this card? Lots of sacral energy. It's because people took action. She honored herself. She took action. She has integrated her masculine and feminine energies. She is in union within herself already. She's the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, okay? She is all of that. And so this union, has already called her victory out in it, okay? And so she knows that. So now, let's get deeper into this for her environment. What about this victorious union that she has? Okay, in her environment, Two of Pentacles, right? So she does know that this connection feels a little off balance at this time. Why? Wheel of Fortune, because there are karmic lessons being learned. They're going to come out of it. The Wheel of Fortune is coming out of this energy. So this Two of Pentacles being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune is about coming out of that energy, okay? And I said, when they come out of that energy, what's going to happen? Ten of Swords. It ends the cycle. Ten of Swords, which he's feeling like in his energy, he feels like the connection is over. And in her energy, she knows the juggle, the lesson will be learned, and this pain will be over for him, okay? Because the universe is guiding it. She knows. She surrendered this connection to the universe. She knows that her King of Pentacles, her masculine, her grounded masculine, is going to be stabilized. And I said, what about this King of Pentacles energy? And I got Queen of Pentacles. And I was like, okay, is this our feminine being the masculine again? And so that's why I asked for another card. So this is now a court match, and then we got 4 of swords. So what I got was, this is the match. He's the King of Pentacles. This is the 3D space, Queen of Pentacles. And right now, they've just retreated for the connection for further healing. And that makes sense. So that they can move forward together, Knight of Wands energy, right? And out of separation, 5 of Pentacles, out of this lack mentality, out of this self-esteem mentality. So they're coming out of this. They're coming out of it, okay? So remember, the bottoms of the deck for him was the 5 of Wands. He's in conflict at this time around his own self-love, Ace of Cups for the clarifiers. His clarifier here for the Queen of Swords, the wheel, learning the lesson. He's learning a lesson through his feminine, okay? And this clarifier for that Queen of Swords, the Hermit, she has made him look at himself. Made it look at himself. This Hermit is looking at the 7 of Swords behavior. So she is teaching him a lesson through this about this 7 of Swords behavior, and he's happily taking it. I will tell you, I very rarely share my own my own journey on YouTube, okay? But I will tell you that in my connection with my masculine, because we are in communication and we do talk often, and he's absolutely a king and growing. But he said to me, and I'm saying this just so you have a little bit of proof in the pudding, is that he said to me that I had been so thorough in communicating my feelings and thoughts to him, and that I have taught him so much. And for him to say that, because like he is like the biggest guy around the King of Wands energy, like, you know, like super masculine emperor energy, but for him to get into like similar to this, right? I mean, I read for my collective, I'm in the collective too, like that he's in this Queen of Cups energy is just solidifying. I'm telling you, it's true. They're in their emotions because these queens, these feminines who are the feminine and the masculine because they're in union with themselves. I'll tell you, the masculine's reaction, speaking their truth, right, is that you are teaching them so much. Who's the teacher? The Queen of Swords is the teacher, right? She's teaching him and he is learning, okay? He's a good student. So now let us go to the current connective energy. So what is happening in the connection? Before I do, I forgot to tell you what the bottoms of the deck are for the oracles that I have. It's transformation. So our masculine and feminine have gone through and are going through a complete transformation. It has everything to do with value. Remember, he's stuck in that ego energy because people feed his ego, and he's coming out of that. And it has everything to do with self-esteem. And she honored herself and her self-esteem by putting a stop to things, okay? So there's a major transformation going on in this connection. And if you look, 1, 3, 3, 1, these are mirrors, okay? This is a mirror. The transformation is of your self-esteem. The transformation is of your volume, of your value. 1, 3, 3, 1. If you were to put a mirror, you would see 31, and the other way you'd see 13. I mean, like, that's crazy, right? So I just noticed that. The bottom of the deck for the blessings is a blessing on your health. Right now, through sadness, you can become sad and depressed. And so this blessing with this tarot card for what our clarifiers is, the High Priestess, is like, go within right now. It's okay to go within right now and use your intuition. Okay? That's good. So now let's get into the current connection. Let me lay these out as they came out. Okay. So our current connective energy for our masculine and our feminine, the bottom of the deck is the Emperor. Okay? The Emperor. This last and final phase, I'm telling you, I really feel like we're at the tail end of this before we actually come into permanent union, is that this is all about his final ascent into this divine masculine energy. And the bottom of the deck for our clarifiers is, it has everything to do with this bondage and this this ego feeding stuck mentality that is him, okay? Because she doesn't have a self-esteem issue today. So here's our first card. Fertility, the Empress. She's the Empress. She came out right away. I'm the queen. I am the Empress. I am birthing. This is about fertility. What does she birth? The Queen of Cups. Who's the Queen of Cups? Our masculine. Dude, you guys wouldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. And I said, okay, so she's birthing her masculine, and her masculine is the Queen of Cups. Oh yeah. That's how he's calling himself out. He's the Queen of Cups. He's the Queen of Cups in his heart right now. So she's birthing this energy out of him. And I said, all right, give me another card because, I wanted to be certain it wasn't third party. Four of Pentacles. Remember, we got the Four of Pentacles here in the clarifier. The Queen of Cups had the Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles, which is all about, him being in his emotions, this offer being stuck. No one's giving it because he's learning a lesson. He's learning about himself. So through this birthing of this masculine's emotions, yeah, we're still guarded. We're still guarded in this connection. And there's wounds, Nine of Staves, okay? So in the Nine of Staves in this deck, so the Nine of Staves in this deck is all about responsibility. It's about pause. It's about success. It's about hard work, okay? And this is also about separation. Separation. I said, well, tell me, what about it? It's King of Swords. So this is the match to our Queen. It's because he does need to embody this, right? This King of Coins, this King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, King of Coins, needs to embody this energy. Remember, she already knows in the 3D that she's the Queen of Pentacles, he's the King of Pentacles, and that they've taken a retreat from each other. So who's wounded? Our masculine. And things need to be stabilized. We're in separation for stabilization, okay? So then the next card out is the Five of Staves. It's like the Five of Wands. And when that card comes out in this Lover's Path tarot, it's about conflict, competition even. It's about ego-oriented competition, okay? Remember, he's in his ego. And she came out as the King of Cups, Queen of Swords to show him what his ego is all about. So I said, okay, what is this about? What's this ego about? Well, this connection. Lovers has come out 1-2 times for them in their 3D environment. This is exactly what they're working on right now, is on this divine connection. I said, well, what about it? And then I got strength. They're becoming stronger partners. People are balancing out their head and their heart space. Remember, we got the strength card as far as what is happening in his environment. Strength came out as the first card. There's conflict right now in this connection because people are in their ego and in their pride. And who is it? The King of Swords, which is the match to the Queen. She's showing him how to be this man of stability, this man of integrity, this man of honesty. And so what happens next? Eight of Arrows. This connection gets stuck a little bit, okay? Eight of Arrows, when this card comes out in this deck, the Eight of Arrows is all about depression, entrapment. And it makes sense, right? Because he's in this blessing of, easing his loneliness and finding people to help him through this. So this Eight of Swords, Eight of Arrows is all about depression, feeling sad, not feeling like you can get out, feeling victimized, extreme sorrow. I said, what about it? Three of Wands, right? We can't manifest the connection at this time because people are stuck in sadness. People are stuck in their ego, right? Things need to get balanced out. I said, okay, give me another card for where they are with their connection. Queen of Arrows, Queen of Swords. This is our feminine. So what about it? Wheel of Fortune. Remember, the Queen of Swords, when she came out, the bottom of the deck was the wheel. The Queen of Swords is teaching him a lesson. Okay? What is the lesson? I'm not going to believe it. So that he can be the King of Cups, so that she doesn't have to be the King of Cups anymore. Okay? Wheel is turning into something, turning into the King of Cups, where then the energy gets balanced out. Okay? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Right now, there's ego. But you know what, guys? We're in Mercury retrograde. This is when we go back to look at the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. This is when we go back to look at ourselves in this hermit energy. And I'm telling you, if you're feminine, I'm so darn proud of you that you are the masculine, you are the feminine, you have perfectly embodied the energies of union. You are one within you. And I am very proud of our masculine to be in the hermit's energy, in his headspace, and twice in his heart, where that is where the work needs to be done. He's doing it. He's going to come out of it. He's going to look at himself and the things that he did, and he will evolve. He will evolve. He will evolve. He's being blessed. He's blessed, and he's got a perfect partner that's teaching him the way. The lovers 3 times, guys. The lovers 3 times. This is a divine connection. They are mirroring. She's helping guide him, but she's not emasculating him. She's letting him be a man. And right now, he needs to be in his emotions, in his heart space, to hone them together, to become that emperor, to become that masculine energy that she knows can sit right beside her on the throne. Okay? If you want to book your own personal reading with me, guys, go to queenoflight1111.com. I hope this was enlightening, and have a wonderful day. I don't know when I'm going to do my next reading. I just do them when I'm guided. So take this and process this for a little bit, and I will be back again sometime this week. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Bye-bye.